Do you struggle with a wig that is bigger than life? I mean, bigger than your head? Then you are in the right place. This video is for you. Today, we are going to dive into resizing your wig to fit you perfectly. Okay? If you are new here, hello, my name is Rosemary and I'm delighted to welcome you to my channel. So, for this video, we will need a mannequin head. I will leave a link in the description box so you can see where you can purchase one. These ones usually come, slightly expensive, but there are other options, and I will leave it in the description box. Okay, we have a C needle, so that is the curved needle, and a thread. Okay, I have 2 of these, so if I run out of one, I will have a spare one to use as well, just in case. And of course, a scissors, and the wig itself. Okay, we will also need a T-pin to secure the wig down the mannequin head. We are going to start by placing the wig inside out on the mannequin head, because remember, the wig is big, okay, and we need to make it smaller. We are going to sew from the inside of the wig, so we are placing it like this, okay, and then we will pull it down. You see how big this cap is? It's quite big. So we will place it down like that, and with the help of the T-pins, we are going to secure the wig so that it doesn't move when we are stitching it down. Okay, now I'm going to look at where the bulkiness is coming from, and it looks like it's coming from here and there. These two major, these lines, these tracks. So what we are going to do is sew from end to end of a particular track. We are going to sew, for the purposes of this illustration, I'm going to sew in the middle of these 2 tracks and then these 2 tracks. Okay, so we will sew in the middle, joining them together, so it will make the cap a bit smaller or tighter. We are going to start stitching those 2 lines down, and I'm not going to sew on the elastic band. If you sew on the elastic band, it will not look good. So I'm just going to start just after where the elastic band starts from. Okay, and I'm taking the cap, the material of the cap, I'm just using the needle to lift it up, and I'll come all the way down here. Remember, we are sewing 2 tracks together. Then I'll sew and pull it down like that. Then I'll pick the material, the cap up, and sew. As I'm sewing, I'm pulling it down so it comes together. The trick is pulling it down so what you are sewing joins together. If it doesn't join together, what is the point in sewing? Because you want the cap to be smaller, and if it doesn't join together, you are basically just wasting your time, really. You want it to be as close as possible so that it will make the cap a bit smaller for you. So just nice and easy, I'll push the needle through the cap. I'm making sure I don't pick up any hair as I'm doing this. If you pick up a lot of hairs as you're doing this, your work will become very messy. So I'm just sewing those 2 tracks together. You can just have a look at my hand and see what I'm doing. See, it's nice and easy from one track to the other. Pull it down, that. Then we put the needle through like that. So you can see here, you see it very well how I'm pulling it down to join them together. I hope you can see this. So yeah, you do this all the way to the back, just making sure you are not picking up hair along the way. Right, look at what we've done so far from here to there. You can see that there's something going on here, and it's bringing those two tracks a bit closer. Now compare that to where we haven't even touched it. We haven't gotten to this side, and you can still see like a huge gap here. So that's what we are trying to avoid. We will try and make these two tracks the same as that one to make the cap a bit smaller. All you do is the same thing, nothing new. Just put the needle and the material, pick it up from one side to the other side, making sure you are not picking up any hairs along the way. Then you pull it down as though they are joining together, and that's it. Now we are very close to the end. All I'm going to do is to tie a knot, okay? And I'm going to do it like this. Once again, just pulling the cap from one end to the other, and I'm going to go around the thread like 3 times like that, and then pull it down, making sure it does not tie in the middle but rather down there. Okay, I'm just going to take my scissors, cut it, and what I like to do is tie another knot again. Yeah, tie another knot. Yeah, like that. Then I will cut the thread off. Okay, so now you can see from that end to that end, there's almost like no gap at all compared to here. Okay, and because the cap is still feels a bit loose here, I'm going to sew the second line. This I will leave it because if we do, it will be too tight. Remember, the more lines you sew together, the tighter the wig will become, and you don't want it to be your wig to be too tight as well. If it's too tight, it will start pulling back. Yeah, so we are going to do the second line. So we'll take another track, so that track and that track, we'll pull them together to make them look, you know, basically make the gap here disappear. Now that we are almost here, what I will do is to tie a knot. Okay, I will just once again go through the material and go around the thread like 3 times, and then pull the thread with the needle like that. If I feel it hasn't ended but the knot is not going down, the knot is going down, I'll just pull it down like that, and you'll have a nice and clean knot. Okay, and we'll take our scissors, cut it like that, and for it to be more secure, I will just come back to it, open that thread up and tie it properly like that. And voila, you have resized your big wig, your oversized wig. As you can tell, these two, there are literally no gap, but you can still see here that there are still gaps. The most important thing is now it fits to the mannequin head, which means it's going to fit to the customer's head properly. Okay, we don't need to do any further, because remember, the more you do, the tighter the wig will become. And as if you have a tight wig, it will pull, you will see that it keeps pulling off your head. Okay, I hope this hack helps you to fix your oversized wig. And if you like this video, please like and subscribe to the channel. Also, leave a comment to what you want to see on the channel. Okay, Merry Christmas. I hope you had a very lovely one and a prosperous new year.